Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Does it really make sense to say the witch is dead if it's like going live? Should be saying something else about being alive now. But I guess the Frankenstein one is overused.
Well, you know, it's alive. It's alive.
Yeah, see, it's a little overused.
All right, welcome to the pre-stream, folks. We're going to be messing with a few things here. In particular, let's go see if this will work. We got secret thing happening. Let's see. Doo-doom. Connect. Give me a stream.
It's thinking.
It's
thinkering.
It's thinkering. Hey, it is. Ho, we are live on Twitter.
Oh, awesome. Wait, does that mean that I should open up a Twitter thing and see if anybody tries talking at us there? I'm kind of curious. Wait, how do you even check things live on Twitter? I don't think I've ever actually checked anything out there before.
Tweet. What's your Twitter handle you use?
Mer underscore, or no, WP Pro Mer.
WP Pro underscore, or is it WP Pro Mer? Why isn't it given to me?
Hang on. Okay, so it's the at that you need, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the at symbol, capital M, lowercase er, underscore.
Yeah. There it is, right. No, that's not it. Okay, hang on a second here. We're trying to figure this one out. Okay, so it's WPPRO underscore. Oh, it's Mer WP Pro A to Z.
Yes, at Mer WP Pro A to Z.
There you go. Yeah, that's why I was confused. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, at you and WP Plugins. There we go. Oh, and that will get me. There we go.
Oh, apparently you are quieter than me, and it's hard for... Yeah.
Well, that's because I'm not talking. Let's try again, folks.
You're mumbly.
Can you hear me if I actually start to talk?
Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, well... All right, we have a live broadcast going. I have no idea what's going on with it. Let's see what happens when I don't want to. That's there.
It restarted.
What restarted?
The one on Twitter.
The one on Twitter restarted. Well, it does every time you load it. Well, maybe. I don't know. See, this one's a new one here. This is new for me. Edit and live cut. No, I want to see my stats. I should be able to see stats and audience and stuff. Do I?
There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay. That one doesn't work.
My first time ever watching something on Twitter live.
Hey,
kind of cool.
Let's see how this works out.
If I give the link that is in this and put it into the show notes, would that work?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you save that link, because it's supposed to be playable back. I'm 98% certain I clicked the right box so that it can be replayed on Twitter.
Okay.
So I'm just like, this is all new experience to me and trying to figure out how it all works.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is. It is rather fun. And it's rather different. And we got the live broadcast going. It's counting down appropriately. We've got 10 minutes left in the live stream, folks. We have no naked chickens today. They forgot to get naked chicken photos. So you're out of luck. No naked chickens.
Also, to be fair, only one of them is really going naked. The rest of them are just looking really rough.
Yeah, well, Okay, let's see.
Yes, Hemdian, I do have the #1 spot again. Nobody's able to take the #1 crown away from me. I guess I just talk too much. I mean, I do talk a lot,
yes,
but...
You type like the wind, so hey.
Yeah, apparently it sounds like a machine gun when I can't hear myself typing and I have my headphones on. Apparently it sounds like a machine gun because I type even faster when I can't hear it. What I missed recently. Oh, also oh, yep, your voice is quieter, says the Hemdian.
Well, that's because I keep mumbling. How about if I actually talk? Can you hear me now, Hemdian? Yes or no?
Oh, Hemdian got the #1 crown.
There we go. #1 crown for Hemdian. Yes, I haven't tuned into my broadcast voice yet. I'm still figuring things out, and as I figure things out, I tend to mumble.
Okay, so when you are talking, they can hear you, but still not as loudly as me.
Oh.
It's just uneven.
It's uneven. Okay, Let me go take a look at something here, and well, those were all set correctly. How about now? Let's see. How about now? Does that work better? Is that working a little bit better now?
Probably. Now that I've spoken, they can compare both you and me. See if... oh, no change.
No change. How about now? What is going on with my microphone stuff here?
Got a loose wire? Maybe Doggo's been chewing on something?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, because let me check. Still there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Although I accidentally sent my chair rolling backwards.
Oh, that's why the sudden yip. All right, Hemdian, since you are there, we've got 5 people on the line. Somebody tell me whether or not we're coming through. Come on, there's other people there that can peek up and let me know. Yeah, well, the quiet here, I've been having some minor audio issues off and on the last few shows, and been making adjustments to it. Let's see.
Loose wires typically have breaking sound. Yeah, that's true. And you're right. It isn't a breaking sound. It is just quiet. But
well, sometimes a loose wire can give you quietness too. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Or maybe just a dying wire. No more metal left on it. It's just the plastic.
Let's see. How about if I do this? All right, I've just made some changes. Let me know if these changes are working and coming through.
Well, for some reason the live thing on Twitter just keeps getting stuck refreshing.
That's weird.
Like it's like a little thinky circle.
Maybe it's not streaming. Maybe I'm pushing the computer too hard.
I don't know. It gets stuck at the countdown of 8:49.
Okay. Well.
Which, by the way, I need a good counter I need a good counter plugin. I need to go search and see if I can find a really funky one. I had a funky one for a while, but they stopped taking care of it.
Yeah, well. Sounds like he's across the room. Do I still sound like I'm across the room? Okay, let me try this. Okay, I'm going to have to pop out of the Twitter stream and just disable it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And see, I've disabled the Twitter stream. Did my voice come back up, Hemdian?
It's weird how I never hear any changes. Like, I understand why, but it always seems weird to me.
No change. No change. Why is this not working? How about if I talk on the other sides of my mic? No, because according to what I'm peaking here on my mic, I'm peaking out on my decibel load on the mic. So that's really weird.
See, now you sound louder to me. When you started talking on the other side of your mic?
Yeah. Let's pop that back in and see what happens there. The Twitter feed. See if that comes back to life.
It's got the thinky circle.
Well, it's got the thinky circle and it's sort of working, but I have no idea. We'll run with this and see where we get, and I will try to pick my voice up for everyone to hear.
Speak to the other end of the auditorium.
Speak to the other end of the auditorium. I can carry my voice. I can carry my voice. So we'll see how it works. I just don't understand because everything.
Possible to lower my voice, maybe, since apparently you're about 50% of me.
Yeah, well, it's possible to lower your voice. I just did. And see what's happening.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, what? Sit up tall and bellow. Yes. Well, I need more people to tell me. You know, we only got Hemdy in here. I've got my alternate ego not even chipping in to tell us what's happening.
No, your alternate ego said your computer is playing fall tricks on you and sit up tall and bellow.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's not helping me in the least.
Excuse me. Maybe the issue isn't your streaming. Maybe the issue is like my computer for the Twitter not playing properly. Because it just won't play.
Well, that's possible. I mean, at my end here, it seems to be playing, but I don't have a whole ton of things open right now. Well, I do. I have way too much open on my computer. Who am I kidding?
You always have a million things open.
Who am I kidding? But this computer should be able to handle this, no problem.
So Hemdian said, maybe I was just a loudmouth, but also Amber went quieter, so now we're both quiet.
Turn your volume up. See if that helps. Do the audios match in the quietness, Hemdian?
I am pretty loud. It comes with having ADHD, you know. We're all just really super loud most of the time.
Yeah. You know.
Squirrel.
As you've recently... Yes, now they match. Okay, so at least we match with our quiet.
Okay, so just turn the volume up. How's that? Go into your volume control button and turn it up to maximum.
At least we're matching now, so it's a good thing. So I'm not overpowering you.
Yeah. Well, that's good. All right. Well, we're coming down to the wire, folks. We're getting there. As we slowly count down. We slowly count down to the live show today. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. We greatly appreciate it. There are a bunch of people there, and I saw that a few people popped into the Twitter feed. So, although I can't figure out how to monitor it live.
I don't know. Like, I went to the actual link that you sent me, and there's no place to, like, chat or anything that I can tell.
No, the thing is I should be able to...
Oh, I guess you could just make comments on it.
Well, no, I've got the back end. I'm in the back end of the media studio, the same as the back end for YouTube. I've got the back ends, so I can't seem to open up where I can see how many people are connected, monitor the chats and other stuff. There's a place to do it, but I have no clue. So anyone on Twitter, hey, or X, we'll call it Twix. There we go. We'll just call it Twix.
I like that name.
Anyone out there on Twix, what you want to do is you just go crazy with the comments because there's nobody there to filter them. Because I can't figure out how it's done.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I guess people just get to leave the little chat things, and that's it.
There is a proper system for it. I've seen it. I've joined streams, but somehow I got it working, but I didn't do it right completely.
Well, you're halfway there.
Well, we got 33 seconds left, man. We just hit 33 seconds, so it's counting down time.
Okay.
Let's go find the buttons for everything and get this little crazy show on the road as we roll right into the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress.
We got to have a glitch and we got to back that one up. I just threw a glitch into YouTube. There we go. Hopefully it's back.
Are we not playing the music in the beginning anymore?
Well, no. What happened? I went to start the local recording and I accidentally hit the stop streaming button.
Ah.
So there'll be a glitch in the YouTube stream where I hit the stop streaming button. So I figured, well, because technology, I've got too many things going at once. We're going to wind this back, and I was trying to do such a it was all perfectly on cue there.
It was, but even your ADHD brain can't keep up with all the shinies on your screens.
Yes. All right. Let's start this again.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress Plugins A to Z, not Z.
It's episode 658, and we have plugins for WebP conversion with some charades thrown in and some WordPress news, all coming up on WordPress Plugins from A to Z. WordPress, the king of content management systems, powering the web with over 80,000 plugins to choose from. How do you sort the junk from the gems? Welcome to WP Plugins A to Z, where we've been keeping the pulse of WordPress alive for over 16 incredible years. Join us every week for an unrehearsed, real talk breakdowns of the latest and greatest plugins, developer and community member interviews. Some weeks, Amber and I team up to dig in. Others, I'm flying solo, unpacking WordPress news, demoing a standout plugin, or sharing tips to power up your site. No scripts, no fluff, just the good stuff from A to Z. So plug in and let's get rolling. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you direct from the brewery overlooking beautiful southern Vancouver Island. I'm John Overall, and with me is the ever lovely
Amber Overall.
And if you guys are there for the pre-stream, you found out how much fun we were having trying to get Twitter all working for my first live stream to Twitter and playing with our audio. For some reason, it was just bouncing back and forth. But, enough of that random stuff.
Thank you for sharing, John. Now get down from that soapbox.
All right. So, welcome to episode 658, not 568. Getting the numbers all mixed up. We have plugins for, and I totally just read the completely wrong spot. It's okay, we'll fix it after, right? Fix it later.
Yeah, we'll edit it all up in post. Nobody will know we made a mistake at all.
Yep, reading wrong spot. Welcome to episode 658. The show today is called Rev Up Your Website, WP Plugins A to Z's hottest plugin finds. We've got a couple of great in-depth plugins for you, and today, they are a helpful review on a plugin that does free optimization and WebP conversion. I'm not very familiar with WebP yet.
You will be.
I'm sure I will be. It's one of those things that's just, it keeps growing and it keeps becoming a thing.
Yep.
The other one is charades, because charades is awesome, and I found a plugin for making charades. It's awesome.
Charades. Okay.
And charades.
Okay.
It's awesome. And of course, we've also got some recent news in both the WordPress world and the tech world in general. A few reminders before we start the show today. Make sure you join us here at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And one week it'll be just John. The other next week it'll be me and him. So we flip back and forth. Keep you on your toes.
Nothing.
Okay. The show notes are added to WPPluginsAtoZ's.com within 24 hours of the show airing. You can find them either on the homepage or you can find them in the podcast vaults. And this is a value for value show. So you can help us get some loving by hitting some like button, sharing an episode or two, or just turn the show up really loud. Even though we're kind of quiet right now, just turn it up extra loud and then everyone will hear us and it'll be great. Our artist today is Grok, apparently.
Yes.
I guess he's coming back after his most recent lobotomy?
No, Grok 3 did this.
No? Ah.
Grok 3 can still produce art. But Grok 4,
okay.
Grok 4 can't figure it out.
No, Grok 4 seems special.
He is. He's very special. I have to keep going back to 3 to get proper answers.
Yeah, 3 definitely is more entertaining and more interesting.
Mm-hmm. We'll wait until Four
If that-
develops his personality.
And if anybody out there is interested in sending art into us, we would love for you to do so. Whether it is art you made yourself or had an AI make for you with your prompts, you can send them in to us at amber@wppro.ca, or you can send them in to John at wppro.ca. Either way, it works. Then next up is news.
Please, can everybody be quiet? Please be quiet. Shut up! And now the news with Amber.
So first thing I got today, as always, is the WordPress vulnerability report. In this report, there are 354 vulnerabilities. I swear the number just keeps going up lately. There 339 are plugins this week, with 13 themes and 2 WordPress core issues. So the WordPress core issues, unfortunately, they do not have a fix yet. They're working on it. There have been 85 plugins that have been patched and 4 themes that have been patched. So if you want to just go and have a look through, you can learn what those are. And if you need to be more like up to date and need to know information more immediately, you can always go to the next one we have, which is Patch Stack. These guys will always have the latest information. You can check plugins or themes or anything you need to. So next we have new Fair, F-A-I-R 1.0 release brings decentralized package management to WordPress. So from what I understand, this release is being called a milestone because it's making it possible for site owners to install both WordPress.org and independent sources. They have cryptographic verification, and it's a trust mode. It's like inspired by Blue Sky. I don't know much about Blue Sky, but they are doing this, trying to bring it all together in a decentralized way so that people have more options to add things to their sites. It's more open. And that is as much as I'm really able to understand about this. Do you have a better understanding?
I do, actually. I put out a tweet this last week with a first look at the plugin. And the plugin is actually quite amazing. It's about a 6-minute video.
Okay.
You can find it in my Twitter feed. It's probably my most interacted X post I've made, and lots of people saw it, liked it. But one of the interesting things I found with this plugin in particular was once you install it and activate it, it stops using the WordPress repo and it uses their centralized repo. You can suddenly find plugins that you can't even find when searching for their term in the WordPress repo.
That is actually really awesome.
And the whole page, it's a nice little video. I did side-by-side comparisons. The whole page, it gives you a whole listing of completely different plugins. And they list up on that the first page, which is always the top 5 favorites from WordPress. But this one here was listing up the top 20, but they're listing up plugins that had as few as 200 installs.
Okay.
So it's like they're not just surfacing the biggest, baddest, and boldest ones, but they're surfacing ones that are relevant to your search query. Which
That's awesome.
I thought was really cool. Right now, they cloned the WordPress repo, so they're pulling from a clone of the WordPress repo right now. So everything they're pulling from right now is the WordPress repo, but there's more to come with it that will allow hosting providers or others to set up their own private repos so that they can set this up on their client sites on their hosting and say, okay, you can have these plugins here from our repo. You can't install anything else. And there are hosting providers that limit what can be installed on their servers. So there's a lot of really good things that are coming in this, and I'll be diving down this rabbit hole more as I have time. I just happened to have an extra half an hour the other day and dove into it. In that half an hour, I almost didn't escape the rabbit hole.
See, that's a way better explanation than what I had, because I only saw just a couple of articles on it, and the articles didn't explain it that well to me. So I'm glad that you were able to step in there.
Yeah, well, this is one since they announced it last December, or somewhere last year, sometime earlier this year, it was announced. Oh, it was in the spring, back in WordCamp Europe, when they held their event at the same time, and they announced the Fair project. that they've been working on all winter. And I was like, I've been interested in it since. I need to have time to dive down the rabbit hole to thoroughly understand it. So more to come on it, folks. This is one of the game changers. This is one of the things that's going to bring back the cool kids to WordPress.
Okay. I do agree with that. We'll bring the cool kids back. So the next thing I have here is GoDaddy's AI-powered Arrow site designer creates WordPress sites in minutes. This is becoming a pet peeve of mine. All these companies and all these people using AI to create all these things. And yes, okay, I get it. AI is easy, but regarding the site that their Arrow is making, how do you even pronounce that? AIO. I guess it's just AIO.
Arrow. I pronounce it Arrow. Arrow site designer. Arrow. That's what it is. Air, A-I-R, air, and then O. Arrow. You know. I guess that's their orgasm face.
Okay, so one of the things about this is it is actually going to be affecting people's jobs, because GoDaddy is a big company. So they're going to have plenty of people who are more than happy to have a rather low-end AI built site. And then what they're going to have to do is these people are going to have to go and they're going to have to call in a developer so that the developer can unbugger all of the things in the back end. And
look forward to it.
I really am cranky about this. But for people out there, don't rely on AI to do everything. Just don't. It's not a good idea.
When the only tool you have is a hammer, everything's a nail.
That's true.
That's pretty much what it is now. It's like, hey, everything's a nail. We use the AI to pound it in.
So the next thing I have here is Nick Hemsey's Cool Kids post, which we referenced just a bit ago.
Yeah.
It kicked off a pretty awesome debate on WordPress's image problem. And this is something I did manage to get a little bit down the rabbit hole on. And I like the fact that while it started out being more about their image, it ended up turning into it started here, ended up way over there. I like all the things that they end up talking about. It has to do with the image, with the selling themselves, and also with a lot of technical stuff too. I like the technical speak because it helps me understand where the actual problems are when people start talking about what needs to be fixed technically.
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things, since we got it here, I'll keep it out of the rogue's corner. This one here caught my attention for the simple reason that, yeah, the cool kids have left, but partly for the reasons he lists: the PHP stigma, the interface chaos, the accessibility curse, the security perception, all of that stuff there. But what he also doesn't go down, and nobody else has mentioned in any of their talks on it, is what made WordPress so cool in the beginning, because I was part of the mixing the Kool-Aid in the beginning for WordPress to get it sold to the world. It was the freedoms in it, the abilities, to create the codes, and people were creating not just usable plugins, but they were creating fun ones like the one you're going to be bringing today. They were creating There was lots of fun in WordPress, and the fun died for a very long time. The fun's only just started coming back to WordPress in the last year and a half, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what that is that's younger coders who are looking for a place to practice their skills. And part of the problem with WordPress is it's 20 years old now. And so you've got a maturing developers in it, and a lot of them have moved on to different parts of their life. I found that out in recent times where I've had people like, hey, I'm no longer working in the WordPress space, but this client needs some help. I know you're still there, so they're sending me to their clients. So it's like it's changed, but we need the younger, fresh blood back with the excitement of, hey, I can build this cool thing. Now, AI has helped, but the people need to understand AI is a tool to help you. It is not the way to do everything in WordPress, but they're trying to make it do everything all over the place. So at any rate, the cool kids are going to return. The other thing is, of course, there is a stigma around WordPress and some of the other stuff in it. So that's all.
I had to block my mic because every time I type, this keyboard is so loud it sounds thunderous.
Well,
So All right, moving on to the last thing I have for today. The last thing I have for today is hacking as a lifestyle beyond computers. So I brought this today because it's a really well-written article talking about all the different aspects of hackers. Because hackers, the way we think about them today is we think about it being the socially awkward guy who sits behind a computer and gets into like companies or tests your security, what have you. Hackers aren't just that though. Hackers, the whole idea of hacking is finding an easy way to do something. Like for a good example would be figuring out how to make free long distance calls on a payphone with different beep noises, which I totally didn't do.
You missed that era. It was gone by the time you were a teenager.
No, payphones. There was actually a way to get a free
The payphones
call
were
on a payphone.
The payphones were still accepting the Captain Crunch whistle.
Yes,
Because
that's awesome.
That's what started it. Was the Captain Crunch whistle actually produced the sounds in the right tone?
Well, so in this, the writer actually talks about how the idea of a hacker is someone who finds an easier, more interesting, out-of-the-box way to resolve an issue that's being had, whether it's for a company or mechanic or like all kinds of stuff. A hacker isn't just someone on a computer. A hacker is somebody who is really good at using their creativity to find answers to things and then presenting it to the rest of the world. So I really like this because unfortunately the idea of a hacker it's becoming very narrow and very tiny. It's sad.
Well, it is unfortunate, but that's the way it's working.
And then after that, I have a whole bunch of extras. There's a bunch of WordPress, some SEO, all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, let's wander on over and talk my stuff. There we go. It's Rogue's Corner time. All right. I got a couple of quick things here. One, I just want to give another shout out to the Friendly Web Guy and his ClickTalk plugin. And he's got a great article on why he created ClickTalk. Go check it out. ClickTalk is a fantastic plugin, so you can actually capture all that time back on your website that you're doing and on your clients' websites. Track all your time across everywhere so you'll know what you're doing and when. And then there's another item here. I've got aspirepress.org, which is a decentralized, distribute, democratize. This is a community-driven open source project aimed to provide resources and tools to improve the life of WordPress developers everywhere. So it's something you might want to go check out and see what they've got. They've got a lot of really good stuff there. They're part of the Fair Package Manager project, which is what we've already talked a little bit about today. And I did discover another useful community. It's at the admin bar. A lot of really good information here. They've got a really good podcast that I was listening to, and they've got a really great Facebook page that you gotta apply to become a member of. But it's something to help give you professional WordPress tools to help your site. So go check out the admin bar. They are a really great one. We've already talked about the release of the FAIR projects. If you want to get the FAIR project, head on over to their GitHub repo. The link is in the show notes. And just download the plugin, install it on your site. And I've got a link here to the video in my Twitter feed, which will take you to the 6-minute video of my first look at it to talk a bit about how it works. All right, and a couple of our tips of the day. Yeah, we're going to holler out to Influence WP again. They're making some serious inroads. Ryan over at Influence WP is making some serious inroads, starting some really great conversations. He started one last week all about the WordPress podcasting field. And then we've got, where is it? Oh, he even managed to get Matt Medeiros from WP Minutes spout off about Ryan's thing.
So I get it, but I am critical of him because, again,
there you go. That's all I'm going to play for it. You're going to have to go watch the rest of it to catch everything else. We're not here to critique everyone's videos. All right. What else do I got this week? I managed to collect a lot of stuff. I had it nicely organized, but now it's slightly confused.
That's not my fault because you copy and pasted it the way you wanted anyway.
No, it didn't come out exactly
I would
the
have
way.
made it nicely organized.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you don't like my organization.
All right. And we've got another event that happened that was in the news, and another talking point this week on the X feeds was WP Product Talk brought up Darren Wilson's YouTube video about why AI is going to kill premium plugins. And this is not going to happen, folks. I don't care how you look at it. It's not going to happen. Go follow the links to see everything in here. Basically, I went and watched the video. I followed through the storyline. Lots of people making comments of, hey, he's got some points. Well, he has some points in the video about the pricing structure of premium plugins. Very good points in there. The pricing structure sometimes gets really costly, but he was talking about people using Lovable, which is not a plugin creation tool. The way he's talking is creating you these WordPress plugins you put in. What Lovable doesn't create plugins, it creates an app that you then embed in your website in an iframe, which is completely different than the full integration into WordPress. And then you've also got, if you use AI to create your stuff, you either have to know what you're doing to be able to keep them up to date as things advance, or you're going to have to pay people to keep them up to date later. So it's never going to replace the developers entirely. That's my take up on that. And also, we'll have more interviews in the upcoming weeks. I don't have any booked at the moment, but for those of you out there in the WordPress community, you want an interview, go on over to WPPluginsAtoZ's.com, click the link up in the top right that says book an interview, or top left says book an interview, and book your interview to be on the show. Anyone for the WordPress community. And sometimes if it's a good enough project or item and it's slightly outside the community, I will interview you there also. I've done one so far and it worked out really great. The biggest thing is we want to make it relevant for the WordPress community as we dive through all of this. And with that being said, it is time that we wander on into the big reason, the meat and potatoes, the plugins. All right, first plugin I've got, the only plugin I've got today is called Simo, a free instant optimizer and WebP converter tool. Now, that one sounded kind of odd to me. It's like, okay, well, how are they doing it? What are they doing for it? Well, what this plugin does is it doesn't help you with images you already have on your site. It helps you from the moment you install this plugin going forward. So if you're building a new site, put this in to begin with, and it will start optimizing your images from the start. It does the image optimization in your browser before it uploads it to WordPress. It uses your local computer to do all the optimization and then and then sends it up. This does two things. One, it keeps your privacy before the image is uploaded. Everything is done there. It also does not use the server's resources for doing the optimization. The optimization is done on your local computer. It's a great drag and drop, load them up, and away they go. Really fantastic little plugin. It's completely free to use, and it thinks privacy first, zero server load, and works across all browsers except which browser did they mention? They mentioned a browser that it's not completely compatible and yet. Oh, it's optimized for Elementor, Divi, Breakdance, Bricks, Oxygen, Beaver Builder, WP Bakery, and of course the Gutenberg editor. But the browser, it does not work in Safari, which I can't understand if you're on an iPhone, you're using Safari, which I do, but it's using Safari anywhere else, I couldn't understand that to save my life. But at any rate, a really great, fantastic plugin. It's the Simo free instant image optimizer and WebP converter, and I give it a 5 dragon rating.
Awesome. I like that one.
Yeah, I know.
So for the WordPress tips, if anyone out there has some tidbit tips that they'd like to send in. If it's some advice you'd like to give people who are newer to the scene, or if it's something you've learned by breaking something, or something that you ended up having to teach someone else to do because they broke something, send it in to me and I'll put it here and you can pass on your wisdom, experience, or whatever you want to share. My tip to you today is, as important as it is to make sure that you actually do get rest, sometimes it's equally as important to skip the rest and just get poop done. We've all been there, where you are trying really hard to get just one thing done, and you find yourself being interrupted by absolutely everything. Kids, cats, weather, and then you finally get a moment, you sit down, you start working, and you're starving. Your stomach is certain that you haven't eaten in the last, 100 years. You have to go get food right now. Sometimes you got to deal with it and skip the sleep, skip the rest, just get the work done. And it sucks. And then what's really fun is the next day when you wake up and you look a little bit like a trash panda, you got to pretend that you got plenty of sleep and that, this is just a new makeup. But whenever you do end up finding yourself having to do this, I personally believe that it is very important to give yourself a reward. For me, it's hot chocolate with whiskey in it. It's my favorite treat. But you have to give yourself a reward, because if you don't, you're not going to really want to do it again. So that's my tip to you today. Sometimes you have to deal with it, but reward yourself for it. And now for the charades game. So I was looking at the new plugins and I came across this, and it looks so much fun. And when I actually download it, and activate it, you will find the charades on your left-hand menu. It's really quite easy to set up. They have the instructions there, and all you do is you take a short code and place it into a page or post, and you have your setup. To set it up, you get to you go through all the various options, and you get to choose what it says for all of the prompts and everything. Here, I copy and pasted how to do it from the people who made it, because they did a really good job. 1. Admin creates categories: books, movies, animals, and uploads a 64 by 64 icon, or PX icon. 2. Each category contains word, phrases, optionally short comment, like girl with a dragon tattoo. Players split into 2 teams and choose team names. A random word or phrase is shown to one team while the others guess. Each team has a set time, default is 90 seconds, to act out and guess the word. Teams alternate turns. Correct guesses earn points. The team with the most points or the fastest response time in a tie wins. So it's just a game of charades, and you create it in the settings, and then you put the short code into a page or post, and then you can log in anywhere on your phone and have charades just for the heck of it. It's so cool, so simple, but so awesome. I rate this at 5 dragons. I'm so glad to see fun things coming back.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's what made WordPress fun and exciting and interesting. Finding the plugin to do whatever technical thing driving you meant. Have fun games. Like I gotta clean up the snake game. Snake one published back out.
So here we have miscellaneous announcements. And all we have here right now is the next 5 campus connects that are coming up for WordCamp. If you have something that you want to have here, like say you're going up on a WordCamp stage, or you are having a meetup somewhere and you'd like us to tell the world about it, let us know. We'll put it here for you so that the world can know. Currently, you can go and check out the next 5 WordCamps, which are actually WordPress Campus Connects. And we have the link for the Central WordCamp, and we also have the link for meetup.com for WordPress. And then we have this.
What?
Wow.
Affiliate.
Yeah. Wow. 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 Wow.
Is that the sound for affiliates now?
I think so.
I like it.
That one seems to work for the affiliates. I think that. Okay, well, it's all right. Meeting over. We've come to a conclusion. There you go. All right. Yes,
Perfect.
we have affiliates, folks. We don't have very many. We have chosen affiliates based upon our own experience and the fact that we work with these companies, and they offered an affiliate program. We thought, you know what the heck, since we're talking about them anyway, maybe we can make an extra buck or two. Affiliates mean that we make a small commission if you use our link, but it doesn't cost you any more money. First one out the gate is Termageddon, and Termageddon is one that will help you manage your privacy policies, your disclaimers, and all of the rules and regulations around the internet, around websites now, because we are becoming regulated across the globe, privacy protections in particular, and they help you keep up with over 100 and some odd laws across the world that you may be responsible for. Go check them out. It's well worth the money to pay them an annual fee where your policies are updated automatically. Check out.
And next one we have here is Rank Math. Rank Math is a really good SEO one. They the free version will give you everything you need to just get the basic SEO in, and they have some really easy to follow information, like how-tos and everything. And they use more normal people language rather than geek language. So just about anyone can use this real easy. And if you have any questions or anything, you don't need a premium prescription in order to have them help you. You can reach out to them, and even with the free version, they'll still talk to you like a real person and help you figure out whatever's going on. Our link is right here in the show notes for you.
And the next one we've got here is bunny.net. This one here is a CDN network that will offload all of that media, images, all the files that need to be offloaded from your site. You can even offload all of your other code that's not necessary to be on your website itself or on your hosting. And it's fast, quick, efficient, and it's highly affordable. That's the best part. So affordable compared to other CDN networks. And the final one we've got here is Glow WP Maintenance Manager. This one here allows you to, if you manage websites for clients and whatever, this one gives you a dashboard for all the websites that you manage and customize the dashboard with your colors. It also has an interface for a support ticket system if you don't already have one in place. It also allows you to create monthly reports that are tied to everything done on their website, and print out those reports and customize those reports on a per website basis so you can get it streamlined, doing a great job. And the monthly reports remind your clients why they're paying you. Anyway, go check out Get Glow. It's a really great man.
I really like those guys.
I do too. They've been fantastic with their support when I've had minor issues, and they've also really helped out along the way. Plus, I interviewed the creator of it back through my. All right, well, let's go talk a bit about supporting this value for value show.
It's time to donate to WP Plugins A-Z.
So if anybody who is at all musically inclined is listening, those jingles like the one that was just played wasn't our creation. That was actually one of our listeners sent that in for us. He created it and then he sent it in. And that is one of the ways that you can support us through a donation. That's a donation of talent.
Yep.
And we love donations like that. So we accept donations of time, talent, or treasure. It doesn't have to be all three, but we would love it if it was.
Yeah, the treasure is the part we'd really like, because then we really know that people appreciate us is by giving us treasure.
Yeah.
Time and talent, that's definitely appreciated, and we know time and talent take time and talent, but it's different than parting with your treasure. Completely different.
Yeah. If you're interested in figuring out other ways that you can help us out, you can go to our webpage, and on the left-hand menu, there is time, talent, or treasure that you can click on and find out more.
Absolutely. It's a lot there. I'm in the process of modifying this website to get it cleaned up, and a whole lot more things are coming with it. I actually got a little.
My brain just went burr. There we are. The plugins we covered today were
I covered up the Simmo plugin, free instant image optimizer and WebP converter by Benjamin Intal. Unlimited usage, upload as many images as you want, instant optimization, virtually no waiting time, and no extra server load.
And I covered Charades Game by, oh dear, Mixel it's fun to play.
All this mix Alley Kappas. Yeah, I butchered it too. It's all good.
Mixali Scappas?
Hey, all the 5 people there, hit the like button. All right.
So yeah, it's fun to play, easy to set up, totally free. I rate this at 5 dragons. And if anybody's interested in reaching out to us, we do have a brick and mortar address right here for you. If you want, you can also use this section to find our email addresses because we got it all for you. On to the questions.
It's question and answer time with John and Amber.
So if anybody out there has any questions they'd like to have asked here on the show, whether the question is looking for an opinion or some advice or something else entirely, feel free to send them in to me at amber@WPPluginsAtoZ's, and I will throw it in here. So first question I have for you is, well, you already answered it earlier, but what drew you to WordPress initially?
Oh, I didn't quite answer that. What drew me to WordPress initially? I almost didn't end up in WordPress. I almost ended up in Drupal, or I can't. There were 4 main CMS systems. WordPress was just brand new. It was only 2 years old. I covered it, so it wasn't as good as it is now. It was basically a blogging system. And Drupal, and there were 2 others. At any rate, I sat down and analyzed which one looked like it was going to have the best growth, which one usable one that as they made advances, they didn't break everything behind them. What WordPress did beautifully all the way up when they was maintain backwards compatibility. Now, I understand at some point you got to stop backwards compatibility, but you don't want to stop it too close. At any rate, it was that and the code, the plugin system that was introduced about the time I found it. Of course, when they introduced the custom post types to WordPress, because now you could build anything, build a blog website. That's why we have so many websites system. And then as they added the API keys, other things into it, it got better and better.
Okay.
That's what drew me into WordPress. It was that I analyzed all the CMS systems at the time, and WordPress came out on top. That's the one I cast my lot with.
All right. That actually makes a lot of sense because it sounds like when you analyzed them, WordPress had the most potential.
It did. It had the most potential. And also, there was already a small community of WordPress users. Now, a little story that most people don't know is that I've been running my hosting business since 19. And when WordPress was first introduced, first year or two, I actually banned it from because it was so resource. I had one client that installed it, and I'm like, why is my server at a crawl, standstill? And I look and say, what you installing? And I looked at it, and it's like, you can't use that on the server. We can't run it. We're not capable of, my servers at the time were capable of doing the PHP MySQL demands that WordPress is. Now that's all changed, but still, at one point in time, I had banned WordPress. Before I had decided to use it, I had banned WordPress while I still owned my computer. I forget that I did
know that.
I forget that I did that. That was kind of an oddball one. God, I did that. I had a client's long since left me, but. So that answers your second question too.
Yes, it does. My second question is, why did you decide to settle down with it? Well, was there any kind of like turning point that caused you to actually settle down with it over everything else?
Oh yeah, when I went to my first WordCamp here in Victoria, I was part of the
Okay.
I was part of the original creation of WordCamps here. Well, Victoria had 3 WordCamps before they changed all the rules, and the guys who organized, but your rules are too insane. We're not going to do it anymore. So I haven't been part of a WordCamp since, and it was he started a social media camp, which far and exceeded what a WordCamp is. At any rate, it was the WordCamps, it was the community, the people, and also it was about the same time that Twitter got took off, not created. Twitter was created about the same time. Twitter took off about 2010, 11 too. 2010 when so about 2000. Look back at when I joined. The day I joined Twitter was the day Michael Jackson was. That's how I know it. That's what sold me on Twitter.
It's a good date.
Well, it's because I logged in there, people have been talking about it, and I went, all right, let's log in and see what this thing can do. And I saw Michael Jackson's name trending on Twitter. Like, why? What, they taking him to court again? Is he being sued again? And no, it was all about him dying. I went, dying? And I go check all the mainstream news, and nobody in mainstream had the information. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this is going to change everything. Where people have news before the mainstream. And it did. It changed the entire news landscape.
Yes,
So
it did.
anyway, but yeah, similar to Twitter, or similar to WordPress, that it started growing exponentially, and I started teaching it and everything else, and I saw it as a viable business outside of just writing code, building websites, which it is. There's all kinds of businesses that involve WordPress, don't have you directly building websites.
Hamdian just asked a question.
Mhm.
What's the crown and 75 XP button at the top of the window of the chat window do? And I don't know. I clicked on it and then like I see there's myself and Hamdian and
Oh.
we both have 75 XP.
Oh, so Hemdia needs to pop off a couple more times to get ahead of you for the crown. So that's probably they've gamified the YouTube so that people like,
Yeah.
oh, I want that crown. I want that crown. So it's to encourage people to make more comment.
Well, I mean, Hamdi and I have had fun battling over it.
Yeah, there you go.
The reason why I have is because like I'm always bouncing back and forth, and so I'll have like half a thought, write down, hit enter, and then go back to this, and then the other half a thought will happen. And I'll go back and write that down. So that's why I end up with the crown, because I end up hitting enter more often. So it's not the words; it's how many times you hit enter.
And there you go. For those of you that have listened to the download of the podcast to this part, well, thank you very much. And if you want to hear the additional questions Amber's got lined up for me, you got to pop on over to the YouTube channel and check them out. For those listening on the YouTubes, hang tight. We're going to play our extra credits, let our girl take us on out of here, and we will be right.
Reminders for the show. All the show notes can be found at WPPluginsAtoZ's.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the newsletter for more useful information delivered directly to your inbox. WP Plugins A-Z is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins created by you, the developers, because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to WPPluginsAtoZ.com/donate and set the donation level that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing the show through your favorite podcast app. You can also watch the show live on YouTube at WP Plugins A-Z, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of all new videos. You can also follow the show on X at WP Plugins A-Z. John can be reached directly through the website WPProAtoZ.com or email him at john@WPPro.ca. Amber can also be contacted through the website at WPProAtoZ.com or email her directly, amber@WPPro.ca. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty then, we's back. Thank you everyone for hanging tight for us. All right, Amber's got 2 more questions.
Yeah, just quickly though, for anyone who's wondering, The YouTube crown is a visual indicator in the live chat that represents a viewer's engagement points displayed via a crown icon. Clicking this icon opens a leaderboard showing the top 50 engaged viewers for that specific live stream, with points earned through sending chat messages, buying super chats and super stickers, and sending gifts. Just for so everyone is aware, because we've been talking about the crown, because it just appeared one day, and we've kind of been curious about it since.
Yeah. There you go. That's everything about the crown, and we won't be having super chats. We're so far away from possibly being monetized in YouTube.
Yeah, no.
It will have other ways. I'm working on other ways to bring about monetization. So I think we're going away from. We will have our affiliate only the make specific to have advertisers, sponsors, and on you, the audience, who has been increasing dramatically over the last several weeks. Our numbers have been quite nicely high.
Me too.
So that means that more people are starting to enjoy us and discover and rediscover us, because we have been around 16 years. We run into people go, "Who are you?" Well, I didn't know you were a WordPress podcast. Well, it's in the name.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But what's fine, we now have the coveted #1 spot on the podcast index, though. If you type in WordPress, if you type in a search for WordPress, we come in the coveted #1 spot, which I've been trying to gain for years.
Awesome.
I'm quite thrilled that. At any rate, we'll let you wander into.
Okay. My next question is, does WordPress still have the same kind of draw for you over other platforms? Like, if you were new to the scene today, do you think you would still choose WordPress?
I probably would. I would do the exact same thing. I would look at the platforms that were available, and then I would see what offerings they have. Now, the thing is one of the big things when they talk, when that was that all that talk about losing the cool kids. Well, the cool kids have gone to places like Shopify, Wix, Squares. Oh, Wix is now owned by Squarespace. Trying to think of the other one. There's another one. When you look at those, I have been a proponent of controlling your data since the day I got on. And people don't understand that. In talking with a client recently on Squarespace, and the client has had problems with their stuff over there. And it's because Squarespace is messing with them. And it's like, well, you can't do anything because Squarespace controls your data. If at any point in time you're selling something that they decide is no longer useful or legal or whatever, they can just shut you down and block you out. And if you don't have copies of all that data, it's hard to put it on another website. If you have your own WordPress website and make your backups regularly, good. If your hosting provider goes out of business, decides they don't like you anymore, cancels it, because you own your domain, you can take your domain, point it to another web hosting, take your copy of WordPress, go upload it to the server, and boom, you're back online. You control data. We've got that going on with another client at the moment. Not in those exact measures. They've had a problem with their website, was hacked and whatnot, and got a piss poor hosting provider. We're moving them off of that. We've rebuilt their site, but we brought all their data over. Problem. So the big thing is I would probably still look at WordPress. The only other option is there are a couple of CMS like Drupal. Drupal is exactly the same as it's always been. It was built for developers. It was not built for users. I don't believe in building a website and trapping someone to my services because I customize it without me. I believe in building it to where they can take it elsewhere if they want. The idea is that I provide them such good. Drupal locks you into the developer for it. Same with another CMS. But that's the problem with the other CMSs that are similar to WordPress, where you control your data, but you don't control our developer. So I can't think of any other ways except unless you get involved in building your own down. That's becoming a big thing now. There's a couple of services for WordPress. It's like, here, have your WordPress site converted all to HTML, or throw us what you want. We'll create you a very fast HTML website. Yeah, it will be. And they give you an interface to go change things. But to me, that seems way more work than building out a WordPress website with custom templates, display your content. And all you got to do is go manage. It seems way easier. But that's my own perspective. So yeah, I would probably still end up choosing. I had to start all over and did all the proper analysis to see which one's going to provide the best return.
Turns out, I guess you're cutting out for your alter ego.
Cutting out. Oh,
Yeah, I
no
didn't
idea.
notice anything.
No idea. I guess you'll have to listen to the. No idea what's causing that.
I don't know.
As far as I could tell, I'm still not my voice correct.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any cutting out. I remember we were having cutting out issues for a bit there. I guess I'll just ask my last question. If you were new to the scene today, what other platforms would you be seriously considering, do you think?
Well, I would seriously consider initially in the analysis of WordPress. I would analyze and look at Squarespace and a couple of others. I've seen there's like about half a dozen different platforms. Only one where you own your data is WordPress. All the other platforms party service get locked into their ecosystem, out of their ecosystem. That would be the thing that would stop me. But there are other platforms. If I was brand new to it, I would give them consideration. In fact, even WordPress.com. But WordPress.com makes it easy to export out and leave WordPress.com and go to a org site.
Yes.
So, well, mostly easy.
Well, I had a friend who built something in the .com, and I was so confused because they asked me for help, and I was like, okay, well, let's log in and see how it is. And it was so different. I was so confused. They don't have plugins.
No, they do if you pay for the premium business version.
Ah, okay.
You pay for
Yeah, I
the
was just
premium
so
business
confused.
version, you get it. It's like going on to who are they court with? Automatic sued by WP Engine. WP Engine, if you get a system set up on WP Engine, you get a WordPress website set up, but it's nowhere near what you and I set up for a back end because it has limitations on the plugins you can install. It only allows certain plugins to be installed in their system. And that is because they are managed.
Okay, that makes sense because they are a managed one.
Yeah.
So
So there's lots of flavors. That's one of the interesting things. Really, there's so many flavors on what you can and can't do. So it just allows you to go to different places. Expand.
well, that is the last of my questions.
All right, well, that's it. We got a whole bunch out of me, even a couple of little small stories today. Keep digging, you'll find even more, folks. Yes, we are committed to this and get even more exciting. The show is going to expand dramatically in our topics. Hard to not shy away from the. All right, with all of that being said, it's time. A little music. It's on out of here.
Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In the search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. man discovered, passed down from saint to sage, like a kind-hearted lover who's been lost on this stage. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Not saying they are the answer, not saying they're right or wrong. I ain't no Texan dancer, Lord knows where I belong. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Junkie and the jigger just seen who done the crime. Captain pulled the trigger, guess who's doing time? They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, is he yours or is he mine? Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In our search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. We're missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Devil's at a crossroads, Joker's doing fine. Just sitting doing time.
Alrighty, folks, that's all we got. Take care now. Bye bye.
Take care.
Oh my god, that is amazing!
Oh no. Obviously, we just lost the satellite feed.